there, hello, and welcome to Base Camp. I'm Pastor Pat, and I just want to say it is so good to be meeting together as a church. Over the last year or so, as we've been dealing with COVID, a lot of churches haven't been able to meet. Maybe where you live, you still can't, and that's been hard. Hopefully, you found new ways to still be together. It is so important.
Private Melvin preparing to move out, sir.
Melvin? Is that you?
Sir, yes, sir. But now it's Private Melvin.
Did you enlist?
In a manner of speaking.
What does that mean?
Well, I enlisted in the Lord's army, and I am getting ready to move out.
Wait, didn't we go through this once before?
Yep.
And didn't that not go well for you?
Yep. But this time, I'm prepared.
You are?
Yep. Last time, I didn't have my armor on, but this time is different. You taught me about the armor of God in Ephesians chapter 6. I need the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, feet ready with the gospel of peace, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, God protect the noodle, and the sword of the Spirit. You also said that I need to be in communication with my commander, God, through prayer, and I've done all that stuff. I am full on ready for war.
Well, good, Melvin. I'm glad you've been applying what we've talked about.
Yep. And I've been reading my Bible, and I found Jesus's I Want You poster.
Jesus's I Want You poster?
Yep. In Matthew 16, Peter declares that Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of the living God. And Jesus tells him that's right, and that on this rock he will build his church, and the gates of hell will not overcome it. I believe in Jesus, so I've signed up to attack the gates of hell. I've got my spiritual armor on, and I'm heading to war. Private Melvin, an army of one.
I'm glad you're wanting to be used by God.
No time to talk. I've got a mission. The gates of hell are waiting to be torn down, and I'm the one to do it. You hear me, devil? I'm your worst nightmare. That's right. I am off to war.
Melvin, you okay?
Nope. I think I busted my spleen. I don't even know where that is. I don't get it. What happened? I had on my full spiritual armor, and Jesus said that the gates of hell wouldn't be able to overcome my attack. So why did I get splattered? Maybe Jesus meant a different gate. Does hell have a back gate that I don't know about?
No, but you did miss something really important in that passage in Matthew chapter 16.
I did? What? Wait, is there a secret code in there? That makes sense. The Army's always using top secret codes so that the enemy doesn't know what they're doing. Maybe if I read every fourth word, you, Peter, rock my gates not. He was actually telling Peter not to rock the gates. We're not supposed to attack the gates of hell.
No, that's not it.
Well, maybe we're not supposed to use rock music. Rock and Rob was wrong last week. God did not give rock and roll to you.
Again, no.
Well, I've got it. He was telling Peter that he doesn't rock the gates. You, Peter, rock my gates not?
No, just no. There's no secret code. Jesus really did mean that the gates of hell would not be able to hold up or overcome. But you missed a really important word in there.
What word?
Church.
Church? Well, yeah, Jesus said he would build his church, and here we are. The building's done. What else am I supposed to do with it? Drop it on the devil like in The Wizard of Oz?
No, although that would be really cool. The church isn't a building.
Oh, you can't fool me that easily. If the church isn't a building, then what are we standing in?
This is a church building, but the true church is the people. The word that we read in the Bible as church means a group of people called out with a purpose. And our purpose is following Jesus and overcoming the devil.
Well, I went out with a purpose.
You did, but you went alone. You didn't go as part of the church. You were Private Melvin, an army of one.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus didn't call us to follow him by ourselves. He calls us to do this together. In Hebrews chapter 10, verses 23 through 25, we're told, "Let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for he who promised is faithful. And let us consider how we may spur on one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching." The hope that we profess is our faith in Jesus, and he is faithful to us. But one of the ways that he's faithful is by giving us what we need to succeed. He says we need other followers of him with us in order to do that. In verse 24, he tells us that as a group, we need to help each other to love and to do the good works that he calls us to. In verse 25, he tells us to meet together and to encourage one another. And he also tells us that the closer we get to the time when he returns, the more we need each other. And since every day is one day closer to his return, every day we need each other more. With Jesus, there's no such thing as an army of one. We're all one working together.
Huh. Oh, I never realized how important it was to be a part of the church. I figured if I had Jesus, he gave me the Holy Spirit, and that was enough.
But that's not what Jesus says. Yes, he empowers us with his Spirit, but he also says that we need to be a part of a group of believers. And I found that he tends to know what he's talking about.
Well, that's for sure. I still want to be a part of God's army, but I guess I better make sure I'm a part of a platoon and not just fighting on my own.
Now you're getting it. You'll be able to accomplish a lot more together than you ever would be able to do on your own.
Yes, sir. I'd better get on over to the church and meet with the other members of my unit.
A lot of times, people who are believers in Jesus make the same mistake that Melvin made. They don't realize the importance of being a part of a group of believers, a church. Jesus considered it to be very important. So should we. If it's been a while since you've been to church, it's time to go again. And I can tell you that as a pastor, they'll be excited to see you. You need them, and they need you. If you're currently in a place where churches are unable to meet in person, find a way to still help each other, maybe online or through phone calls. And if you're ever in the Bozeman area, we'd love to have the opportunity to have church with you. We have services every Sunday at 9:15 and 11 o'clock. And of course, you can keep tuning in online at summitchurchmt.com or by finding us on Facebook or YouTube at Summit Church MT. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe while you're there. Our children's ministry Facebook page is Base Camp Kidsmen. But as much as we love having you join us online, don't let that become a substitute for real interaction. Connect with other believers. It's the Jesus way of doing church. I'm Pastor Pat with Base Camp, a ministry of Summit Church in beautiful Bozeman, Montana. Thanks for joining us today, and I hope we get to join together in person real soon. Bye!
Fight devil, you will not.